At 157, receiving a forfeit for Lebanon, Zach Thornton. At 165 pounds, receiving a forfeit for Kearsarge, Cameron Brand. At 175 pounds, receiving a forfeit for Kearsarge, Jason Diamond. Now wrestling at 190 pounds for Kearsarge, Brody Malinowski, and for Lebanon, Ben Nelson. 215 pounds for Kearsarge, Nico Little, and for Lebanon, John Islander. Now wrestling in the heavyweight division for Kearsarge, Nevin Nouri, and for Lebanon, Chris Kinney. That is the conclusion of that first dual meet with Lebanon 48, Kearsarge 39.
Keep an eye on herself.
Check, 1, 2, 3.
Next, we'll have Plymouth do their warm-ups. And then we'll have a dual meet between Plymouth and Kearsarge, followed by a dual meet between Plymouth and Lebanon.
Just a reminder that the school score is
Check,
open.
check.
We will
1,
have
2,
a
3,
break
check, check.
for our next dual meet.
You can get started whenever you're ready.
Okay. I think I'll wait till they start coming in. I'm your host, Aaron Como, along with Pemmy Baker TV. Welcome to Plymouth Regional High School for tonight's tri-meet between the Bobcats and the Kearsarge Cougars and the Lebanon Raiders. Bobcats warming up on the mat now, coming out to their classic Hell's Bells, kind of a solemn warning to the teams in the gym that that's probably what's happening here and what's coming. Bobcats have already started their season. They're undefeated in their dual meets so far. A young squad, though. Graduated a lot of seniors last year. Went to a couple of tournaments so far. I think we've had a couple of champions at the two tournaments that we've wrestled at. Eli Crane was a champion, Conval Invitational, along with Emmett Nosman, and I believe Anthony Torres was champion. And then last weekend at the Hollis Nor'easter, Emmett again, Nosman was champion at 195, and Anthony Torres again champion, I believe, at 113. So the Bobcats are going to start their meet tonight against the Conval Cougars, and then after that they'll move on to wrestle the Lebanon Raiders. Again, like I said, folks, we graduated a lot of seniors last year. We got a lot of underclassmen here. I believe that the captains are actually juniors on the team, and very little senior participation on this team. It's a very freshman, sophomore, and junior laden squad. So, but you know, some tough kids. Some of them wrestled before in middle school, coming up through the system. So they have some experience. Not a lot of varsity experience, but they do have some mat time. So I think the Bobcats, are really looking to come out to a fast start here tonight against Kearsarge. I would expect them to be pushing the pace right off and trying to control these matches from the beginning. I think that the coaches would expect a win out of them tonight against Kearsarge. I think that they would expect a win against Lebanon as well. So, looking around the gym here tonight, I see a packed crowd to watch the Bobcats. Looks like the two away teams had a considerable amount of people come to watch their athletes wrestle tonight. A lot of alumni in the room. I see several former state champions for the Bobcats in attendance tonight that still come back and like to watch and participate. And they're part of a family here, a long-standing tradition of Bobcat wrestling and winning. So it's good to come back and support the younger kids, and the younger kids see them out there and they know their names or they've heard their names, and it helps motivate them. So the Bobcats, of course, led by Coach Cleary, Coach Todd Austin, Randy Cleary, Todd Austin, 20 plus years of coaching here. And again, I always mention this, you look over on the wall and you look at the banner and you see what Coach Cleary has done with this program, and along with his assistant Todd Austin. It's incredible. Arguably the winningest program in the state. Certainly the winningest program in Division III, without question. It's always daunting for teams to come in here into the Plymouth gym and wrestle the Bobcats underneath that banner of state championship years. So we'll see if Kearsarge or Lebanon are up to the task tonight. Very few teams over the years have been. Bobcats will gather in the middle of the circle here. Captains will give their talk, and we're gonna start this match, and we'll have wrestling action underway shortly. Of the mat now. And flip the coin and they'll decide odds or evens. That will determine which team has to send out first on which weight classes, which gives the other team an opportunity to see which wrestler they send out and whether or not they want to avoid wrestling that wrestler and bump their wrestler to the next weight, and vice versa. And each team will have that opportunity at every other weight class. So. I think we're going to get directly into the action. I believe we're starting at 1:13, and that'll bring out our sophomore standout, Anthony Torres, and he'll be wrestling Brandon Mullen from Kearsarge. And like I said, Anthony started off the year fantastic. He's off to a good start, couple of championship banners, or brackets, I should say, he's brought home from the last two tournaments. And I know the coaches are expecting a lot of him throughout the season, and you certainly would expect that he would be competing for a Division III state championship himself as an individual. Bobcats line up in their traditional shoot, send out Anthony Torres, and again he'll be going against Brandon Miller from Kearsarge.
Kearsarge, Brandon Mullen, and from Plymouth, Anthony Torres.
Anthony goes immediately to a head tie, reach down, good, nice fireman's attempt, switches off to a single leg, high crotch, turns the corner, he's going to have the two takedown, immediately to a tight waist, arm chop, establish some wrist control there, throws in a half. Mullen looked back and lifted his arm. That's the wrong thing to do in that position. Able to recover. Again, a bar and an arm. Torres from the other side. He's got to clear that arm. Keep running it. Mullen doing a great job of fighting it off so far. Torres continuing to grind, trying to dig that half in deep. Mullen able to escape for one. Goes for a headlock immediately. Gets it, but Torres immediately into the re-roll. Torres up 4-1 now. Throws in that half again. Mullen again with escape. Now 4-2. Goes for that headlock again. Torres again with the re-roll. That's kind of a dangerous situation to put yourself in every time. Allowing them to headlock you and then going for the re-roll. As you saw that time, he struggled a little bit getting it. Again, Torres on top, sinks in the half. He's got the bar, working it. He's going to get him. He's got him turned now for some near fall points. Possibly a pin. Torres gets the pin. Bobcats off to a fast start here at 113. Anthony Torres with the pin. 15 seconds left in the first period. At 120, I believe the Bobcats are going to send out Cody Sawyer, and he's going to receive a forfeit at 120 as Kearsarge has no wrestler at that weight.
At 120 pounds, receiving a forfeit for Plymouth, Cody Sawyer.
So next up will be at the 126-pound weight class. The Bobcats are going to send out Robbie Phipps. And for Kearsarge, it'll be Jacob Mullen.
Now wrestling at 126 pounds for Kearsarge, Jacob Mullen. And for Plymouth, Robbie Phipps.
Both wrestlers circling the center. Phipps with attempted duck under, misses it. Back to the tie-up. He's got to slow things down a little bit. Mullen's attacking the head. Keeping Phipps away. Phipps going for the tie-up there. Misses it. Nice sweep single leg there by Phipps. He's got to keep coming around that corner, which he does. He's going to, well, not quite. Pulls that leg in. He's going to step over. Got to get his head out. He does, gets his 2 points. Mullen with the sit out. Phipps pulls him back. Attempts for some near fall points, doesn't get it. Sinks in a bar now. Got to get his leg free. Mullen doing a good job trapping his legs there so that Robbie can't get out to the side and run that bar arm. Phipps still in control on top. 20 seconds left, leading the match by 2. Mullen reaches back and puts himself in a position so Phipps can get him to his back and get some near fall points here. He's got 8 seconds left to secure a pin, and he does with 5.7 seconds left in the first period. Robbie Phipps, a pin over Jacob Mullen from Kearsarge. Bobcats out to a great start here. With the forfeit, that makes it 18-0 the Bobcats. Next up at 132, we have, I believe, I'll have to wait for the announcement because it's different than my weigh-in sheet here.
Now wrestling at 132 pounds for Kearsarge, Ellie Dahlbeck.
Ellie Dahlbeck.
And for Plymouth, Ellis Petrino.
Ellis Petrino from Plymouth here. Ellis immediately in on that double leg. Single to a double. Secures the takedown. Right to her back. Possibly secure a first period pin here. She's getting near 4 points. With a pin. Fastest pin of the night. 20 seconds into the match. Ellis is new to Plymouth. She's a sophomore, transferred in from a wrestling family. Her father wrestled at Manchester West back in the day. He was a MOC state finalist. So it's not a surprise that she's a great wrestler. She actually wrestled in the Concord JV tournament a few weeks ago, and in a whole field of boys, she finished first. Next up at 144, we've got Luke Diamond, actually 138.
Justin St. Ange. And from Plymouth, Luke Diamond.
We have Luke Diamond from Plymouth versus Justin St. Ange from Kearsarge. Luke, a Division III state champion from last year, immediately in on that double leg. Gets us 2 points. That's the kind of quick start that Coach Cleary likes to see. Off the whistle, immediately secures the arm. Got to step in front, trip. Nope, rear trip back to the mat. Diamond back to the mat. St. Ange trying to stand up there, but when Diamond has that hand control, it's a difficult thing to do. Nice sit-out turn in by St. Ange. Able to stand up, get the escape. Goes for an inside single there. Diamond with the throw. 2-point takedown there. If Diamond had an underhook there, it would have been a great lat drop. At the crossface. Trying to run the cradle here. He's trying to walk the knee towards the head. Opposite, you should be walking the head towards the knee here. There he goes, readjusts. Coach is just telling him to pancake, and that's the pancake. Gets 2 back points out of that. Diamond now leading 6-1, 27 seconds left. Sinks that half in deep. Going to get some more near fall points here before the end of the first period. Possibly a pin. We got 8 seconds left. And with 2.4 seconds left, Luke Diamond gets the pin. We have had all first period pins here in this match tonight. Next up from Plymouth at 144, we're going to have the freshman Aiden Partridge versus Gage Richard from Kearsarge. Aiden Partridge, a freshman, but he has wrestled at middle school. He has some mat time experience.
At 144 pounds, for Kearsarge, Gage Richard. And from Plymouth, Aiden Partridge.
Off the whistle, immediate backup by Richard. Now they're in the center, both wrestlers tied up. Partridge heavy on the head there. Possibly looking for an ankle pick. Just realized that Aiden is a lefty, a southpaw. He ties up left-handed with that collar tie, which throws a lot of wrestlers off. My oldest son, Christopher, was a southpaw, and when he tied up left-handed, it threw the other wrestlers off. Majority of the wrestlers are right-handed, so. Again, nice duck there to the high crotch. He's going to lift and turn that corner. Nice crossface by Richard there, though, holding Partridge at bay. He's got to work his way up, lift that leg. Ref's going to stop it for potentially dangerous because of the angle of the knee there. Good call. We got a bloody nose here, I believe. Looks like Partridge is holding his nose. They'll start some blood time here and give him the trainer, John Bruley, time to work on him. Again, those of you that work at the school or don't work at the school, John Bruley's been a longtime trainer here, the head trainer, and he does a great job with these kids, and he takes good care of them, and he nurses them from every type of injury you can imagine to short-term injuries like a bloody nose at a meet or at a sporting event. He works a lot of long hours and puts a lot of time into this, and I know that we appreciate him here. So blood time stopped. We've got the bleeding stopped. We're back in the middle. There was no takedown awarded there. Immediate shot by Richard off the whistle. He's in deep on the leg. Partridge tries the chin whip, doesn't get it. He's got to let go here because Richards is going to get the takedown and the half Nelson, which is not what we wanted to give up. Just giving up the 2 points is enough. Ref stopped it. I believe we had a full Nelson there. Going to be a caution here. It was caution on green. A false start. No, we're back to blood time. It looks like the bleeding has started up again. Again, John Bruley will go to work on him. So far, the Bobcats have been commanding this meet. We've had all first period pins thus far. I think that's kind of the start that the coaches were looking for. They were, after talking with the coaches, they weren't super happy with last Saturday's performance at the Hollis Brookline tournament. They didn't wrestle up to their potential. They had a couple of individual champions, but as a team as a whole, they had some setbacks. But sometimes that's good. We're early in the season. We still got January, February to go, and wrestling season is a grind. It's not like any other sport. It takes such mental focus and fortitude, and the rigorous physical abuse that it has on the body sometimes. Between the two, the mind and the body, it can wear people down. And early success sometimes can come back to haunt you in this sport. We want to take off slowly and gradually, gradually fly higher and higher and higher until we get to the state meet in February, and that's when we want to peak. If wrestlers peak too soon throughout the season, they sometimes, towards the end, they kind of peter out a little bit. So we've got the blood stopped for the second time. A whistle start here. First period, we got 30 seconds left, and Richard from Kearsarge leads the match 2-0. Patrick's continuing to try and tripod up. Richard tough on top with that tight waist. Yeah, Patrick's trying to clear that tight waist, get good hand control. All he had to do there was stand up. I believe he would have gotten out. First period ends. Richard from Kearsarge leads 2-0. Kearsarge gets choice, and they're going to defer. And Coach Cleary has chosen neutral. Immediately to the tie up there. He's going to want to do something with it, start working with it. He had that high crotch last time at the beginning of that first period. He just didn't finish it. He didn't turn the corner. He kind of hung out underneath there. And I think if he can put himself in a position to hit that high crotch again and turn the corner, he's gonna get a takedown. Both wrestlers just kind of hanging out there, happy in the tie. Unfortunately, that doesn't score any points, and the referee recognizes the stalemate and stops the match. He's going to advise him to start picking up the pace and start wrestling here. There he goes for the high crotch. He just doesn't commit. Does again. Goes for an outside single there, but he traps his head underneath. He's just kind of hanging out under there. Richard putting all his weight on him. It makes it difficult. Able to back out there, at least not give up the takedown. He's got to be a little more committed than that if he's going after that high crotch. I believe we got a blood issue again here. Sometimes these blood times can tie up a lot of minutes in a meet. Once they start, especially in the nose, it's difficult to stop. In order for Partridge to score some points here, he's going to have to get Richard off balance. He's going to have to push, pull, start moving around the mat, maybe avoid the tie-up and just, tap the head and go. And he's just going to have to be more committed on his shots. Immediately to the tie-up again, and seemed comfortable in that, both wrestlers. Unfortunately, neither one have really done anything out of that tie-up so far. Attempted kind of a duck there. Oh, nice duck to a double leg there, but again, he just kind of hangs out under there. As you can see, he drops to his knees. He allows Richard to do the spin drill and spin around for 2 points. Patrick's trying to tripod up. Got to have some hand control there. Coach is telling him to hand fight. He's got a headlock there. He's trying to sag with it. He might be able to sag with it. No, Richard with a great job and spins the other way with it. Digs in that half deep. He's going to get the half deep. He's got Partridge saved by the bell there, folks. Richard had him at half in deep. He's turning him to his back, secured a couple near fall points, but fortunately for Partridge, the buzzer saved his life there. Looks like we got a little blood issue the other way now, though. Wrestling's a grueling sport. These type of injuries occur. Six nothing now in the third period. Gage Richard from Kearsarge is up. Third period, they're going to start on their feet. I believe Kearsarge had choice, and they also chose neutral. Nice shot there by Richard, in deep on the high crotch. Lifts and comes up with it immediately to the half Nelson. He's going back to where he had Partridge compromised at the end of that second period. Now to the crossbow cradle there. Partridge able to get out of that. He got the headlock. He's going to secure that headlock. He came out from underneath, came up, got the headlock, and now he has Richard on his back. He just has to watch his weight, and he could possibly secure a pin, being down 10-2 right now. Oh, Richards with the re-roll. Partridge had him compromised there. Ref's going to stop this for, again, some blood time, I believe. Boy, that was a close one for Richard. He was up 12-2, and he was headlocked from kind of an awkward position there, but Partridge was able to get it, and he had him on his back. Just couldn't secure the pin. Richard showing his strength. He's been able to re-roll that. Not easy to do when you're on your back, fighting for oxygen, and the weight of your opponent on top of you. Did a great job there, rolling out of that. So far tonight, this has been the most entertaining match of the night. We've got a minute left here. Conditioning plays a huge part early in the season too. You know, they haven't quite gotten their lungs expanded to to the level that they need to go a good 6-minute match with somebody who's equal or better than yourself. But they'll get there. Coach Cleary, Coach Austin work them hard in practice. And, they always are in really, really good condition towards the end of the season. We got 30 seconds left here. Patridge is going to have to do something. He's going to have to try and go for a home run. He's able to stand up and get an escape. I'm guessing he's going to try and tie up and go for a headlock here because at this point, really nothing to lose with 20 seconds left. He's got to do something. And Richards gets the headlock. Patridge tries to re-roll. Got 9 seconds left. Patridge trying to he can't avoid the pin. Gage Richard comes up with the pin with 5.4 seconds left in the third period. Kearsarge with their first win of the night puts them on the board. Bobcats now lead 30-6. Next up at the 150-pound weight class, it looks like we're going to do some switching up here on the Bobcat side.
Now wrestling at 150 pounds from Kearsarge, Caleb Moyer, and from Plymouth, Jackson Renier.
Jackson Renier from Plymouth, one of Plymouth's standout football players, come out for wrestling this year for the first time. He's going to go against Caleb Moyer. Jackson in deep on that single leg, comes up with it, brings Moyer to his back, only gets the 2 points though as Moyer's able to roll out of it. Throws in the half Nelson, he's got it deep, just needs to get to the side and run it. Moyer sitting out trying to avoid that half Nelson, but Jackson has it in deep, he's going to get it, he's going to turn him here, he's going to get his near fall points, he's going to watch his balance, he's able to reverse half. Got to watch his weight here. Moore able to fight off his back there, but Renier with the 3 points for near fall. He's now leading 5-0. Moore stand up with the escape. Shot there by Moyer. Jackson with the front headlock. He's going for the 3-quarter Nelson in the front. Really just needs to throw him by and spin and get his 2 points. Goes with the brands and he gets it. Jackson Renier, I believe in his first varsity home match ever. Moyer again able to roll out of it, but not before Renier gets 3 more back points. Moyer now deep in on that leg again. Renier sprawling the crossface. Doubles it up, got what they call is the butcher. Now he's going to bundle it and run it around. Again, he just got to watch his weight there. His inexperience shows there where he just kind of runs him a little too far and allows Moyer to re-roll. That's the end of the first period. Renier up 12-1 here. Great showing so far. Again, like I said, a junior, first year wrestling. Had a great year on the football field. Came up heroic several times for the Bobcats. Decided he was going to come out for wrestling to, just toughen up a bit, I guess. And it looks like it's working so far. Jackson's one of those kids that, really, if he'd have wrestled from early on in, middle school, even started as a freshman, he'd be light years ahead by now. He's got that wrestler physique and the balance and the strength and the speed, and it's really, Immediately, Moyer goes for that headlock. Jackson able to slip it for 2 points. Going to dig in that half again. He's got it deep. He's going to run it. Again, watch his weight. He's got it. He's going to get a pin here. He's got to reverse that half. Again, watch his weight. Got to keep that half dug in deep. Watch his weight. Jackson Rainier. First varsity appearance, I believe, this year, and he comes up with a pin. Excellent job. Next up at 157 for Plymouth is Grant Winhart. I believe Grant's going to receive a forfeit.
At 157 pounds, receiving a forfeit for Plymouth, Grant Wenhart.
Next up at 165, we've got our Ben Valente from Plymouth, Cameron Brand from Kearsarge. Ben, a sophomore.
Now wrestling at 165 pounds for Kearsarge, Cameron Brand. And for Plymouth, Ben Valenti.
Ben's been around the block a few times. He's wrestled since middle school, I believe, and he's going to be a great one for the Bobcats moving forward here. Again, another football player, had a great season, contributed to the Bobcats' runner-up finish. Immediately in on that high crotch, gets the 2 points. Working hand control. Working that crossface. Got the cradle secured, gonna pull it over. Knee in the side, gotta watch his weight. Brand is kicking, attempting to break that grip. Ben's got it locked up pretty tight. He gets the pin, first period. Bobcats clearly in control of this match, 48-6 at this point. Next up at 175, Tristan Partridge, the older Partridge brother. Looks like we got to clean some blood off the mat here. Some residual, probably from the younger Partridge match.
At 175 pounds for Kearsarge, Jason Diamond. And for Plymouth, Tristan Patrick.
Jason Diamond from Kearsarge. Diamond immediately on the aggression, moving forward, pushing Partridge back to the edge of the circle. Partridge circling back to the center. He reaches. Partridge is waiting for that reach, I believe. Shot there by Diamond. Misses it. Partridge with the headlock. Misses it. Diamond able to slip it, come behind 2. Out of bounds, going to get a fresh start here on the whistle. Tristan just didn't commit on that headlock. Looks like Diamond's going to allow him up and give him a neutral, which is going to give Partridge a point here. I'd say that the Kearsarge wrestler is more comfortable on his feet than he is on top. Nice shot there. Partridge again tries a headlock, doesn't commit. Tristan with a Diamond reaches there, but Partridge with a half shot. Diamond in on that leg. Partridge trying to fight it off. Got the cross face, throwing a whizzer, trying to be as heavy as possible. He's in deep. Diamond secures the takedown. Partridge immediately to his feet, though. Trying to pull him up. Oh, Diamond goes to pull him back in, but kind of compromises himself there. Partridge able to spin out of that and go to the Brands. He gives up the Brands, though. I'm not sure why. He had it, could have turned him to his back. Not sure if any points have been awarded here yet. I don't believe he's given Partridge the escape. Actually, I believe he has. Gave him the 2. Partridge trying to get that near side cradle locked up. He's got to get his head in the ribs. Goes back to the front headlock. Shucks him by. Diamond with the escape. 5-3 now. End of the first period. Kearsarge had choice, deferred to Plymouth. Partridge chooses neutral, or I should say Coach Cleary chose neutral. I believe conditioning is going to play a part in this match here. Diamond immediately to the tie-up. Tries a headlock. Diamond, Partridge able to throw it by, secures 2 points. Picks up the near side leg, gets him to his back. Got him on his back here, squeezing. Partridge with the pin. With that 2 points, he was able to tie the match 5-5, and then comes up with a big pin there for his team. Next up at 190, Plymouth's standout, Emmett Nosman, last year's META Champions finalist as a sophomore. And he's going to go against Nico Little from Kearsarge. Nope, they changed it up on me. It's Brody Malinowski from Kearsarge. Again, Emmett, a junior, captain of the team this year. Last year's Division III runner-up, and then last year's META Champions runner-up. Immediately in on that duck to a dump. He's got Malinowski on his back here. Not surprising. It's what we would expect. Immediately locks him up in a cradle. Brings him over. That's tight. Going to be a first period pin here. 30 seconds into the match, and Emmett Nosman with the pin. Not a surprise there, folks. Next up at 2:15 is Hussein Osarian from Plymouth, going against Nico Little.
At 215 pounds for Kearsarge.
Okay, Hussein, a first-year wrestler for the Bobcats.
Hussein Osarian.
Bobcats coaches are expecting a whole lot out of him in the future. Inexperienced, but it'll come. Instantly for a shot. Comes up with a double leg. Right to his back. Throws in a half. Gets the wrist. Runs it over. He's going to get a first period pin here again, folks. That one a little bit shorter, I believe 20 seconds into the match. Or a little more than 20. Hussein Osarian, again, first-year wrestler for the Bobcats. They expect a whole lot out of him moving forward in the future of this program. Next up is Lex Santum from the Bobcats and gets Nevon Nori.
Now wrestling in the heavyweight class for Kearsarge, Nevin Nowry. And for Plymouth, Lex Santum.
Lex again, first-year wrestler for the Bobcats. Immediately in on the tie-up. Little duck under there. Great move by Santum. Brings him to the mat for his 2 points. Coaches are telling him to work that half Nelson. Santum working on top, trying to get some hand control. Trying to throw in a half there. Nori doing a great job of peeling it off. Looks like he's got one in deep there now. Got to get on his toes and really try and run that over. Unable to turn him there. Goes to the crossface. You can hear Coach Austin tell him to do a power half. He gets the half Nelson deep that time. Coach will tell him to run it. He's gonna get him turned here. He's gonna get him turned here. He's got him on his back, getting his near fall points. First period pin. Alex Santum with a pin for the Bobcats. Not sure what's going on. I thought that was the end of the meet, but it looks like they might be doing some exhibitions. Nope, I believe they're going to send out the 106-pound Cam McCord from Plymouth to accept his forfeit there. And it looks like they might have one exhibition match between Plymouth and Kearsarge. You'll have to bear with me. I don't have that on my bout sheet, so we'll let the announcer announce the wrestlers here. I know we have Nolan Galvin from Plymouth. I know that. I'm not sure who.
And for Plymouth, Nolan Galvin.
And Noah Savigny from Kearsarge. Immediately to the ankle pick, but he gives up on it. Galvin had it, I thought. Goes to a double, switches to a double, but then goes out of bounds. He needs to commit on that ankle pick because it's the immediate shot off the whistle from Kearsarge. They go out of bounds there. Right to the double leg. Gets it. Doesn't secure the takedown, though. Galvin needs to circle the other way with that. He would have doubles that up. He's trapped underneath, a difficult position to be in. Neither wrestler advancing position here. The ref might call a stalemate. No, Galvin able to get the dump there. Might come up with the two if he can work up the body. He does. He gets the two takedown. Just seconds left in the first period. Nolan Galvin able to secure that 2-point takedown. Kearsarge wins the toss and defers to Plymouth. Coach Cleary is chosen down for his wrestler. Nolan immediately to his feet, tries to gain hand control for escape. Kearsarge tough on top. Nolan back to the center. Caution, early start on Kearsarge on top. On the whistle, no move there. Kearsarge goes to the front, tries to go for Brands. He's going to put himself in a tough position there. Galvin's able to get the legs, going to get him to his back here. Getting his near fall points here. Positive, gets the pin. Little sloppy there, a little sloppy Joe, but we'll take it. Nice match. Again, Galvin of Plymouth played football this year, starter on defense for the Bobcats. And, you know, the only reason why I mention that, folks, is I believe myself there's a strong correlation between those two sports. Some of the best open field tacklers on the football team are the wrestlers because, you know, they're used to shooting those double legs. But that brings the match to a conclusion. The Bobcats with a commanding win here tonight over the Kearsarge Cougars, 78-6. We're going to take a short break here, and then we're going to bring to you the action between the Bobcats and the Lebanon Raiders.
Really? We get out of there around midnight. I think we get home around 12. Where were you? I thought it was 12:30. No, I think we get home at 12.
I had to go out and meet the mail lady because they were parked right in front of the mailbox.
He's a piece of work. He is a piece of work. When you know what he does for a living, it just doesn't fit.
Welcome back, folks. Again, you're here at Plymouth Regional High School. You just saw the Bobcats really put a hurting on the Kearsarge Cougars there in that last match. You know, I think that's the type of match that the coaches were hoping for coming off last Saturday's tournament, where they had some stumbles and a few bumps in the road there. But, you know, like I said, long season, and Bobcats are looking to use that, learn from it, move forward, and you know, hopefully peak at the right time at the end of the season, and again, shoot for a state championship title, which is the goal every year here in Plymouth. Captains will be in the center of the mat again, and we'll do the coin flip to see who gets odds and who gets evens. Going to be an interesting season as it plays out. We get closer to the Division III state meet.
Dual match between the Plymouth Bobcats and the visiting Lebanon Raiders.
As I said,
We begin this dual meet at 120 pounds.
going to be an interesting season. Down the stretch, Bow High School with a very solid lineup this year, and John Stark Regional again, very, very strong. Both finished ahead of the Bobcats last Saturday, so both in Division III. It's going to be an interesting Division III meet this year, and I think both teams are coming after the Bobcats and trying to knock them off their throne. We're going to start off at 120, and from Plymouth, we're going to send out, I believe it's going to be Colby Savage from Plymouth.
Receiving a forfeit at 120 pounds from Plymouth, Colby Savage.
And Colby gets the forfeit there. Next at 126, Bobcats will again send out Robbie Phipps. From Lebanon, I believe it's going to be Abigail Stone. Abigail has wrestled for Lebanon for a couple years now, and was actually last year's Vita Champions runner-up in the girls division at the state meet. They go to the tie-up. Little Russian attempt there by Phipps. Duck under. He's going to spin and get to 2. You know, it takes a lot of courage for these young ladies to get out here and put themselves in front of their peers and their fans and wrestle these boy competitors. And I can tell you with all certainty that Abigail is an extremely tough competitor, and she is going to be a force to reckon with to any other female wrestler in the state this year. Phipps able to get her over on her back. Looks like he's going to secure the pin here, which he does. Bobcats with that forfeit, and now the pin out to a 12-0 lead over Lebanon Raiders. Now up at 132, the Bobcats will send out Sebastian Sargent, or otherwise known as Seabass. And he's going to be wrestling Bennett Russell from Lebanon.
At 132 pounds from Lebanon, Bennett Russell. And from Plymouth, Sebastian Sargent.
Russell aggressive there off the whistle, but doesn't really do anything with it. Goes in for a high crotch, gets it deep. Seabass in on crossface, doesn't get it. Russell with a 2-point takedown. Seabass immediate stand up to an escape. Another shot there by Russell. Gets it in deep. Seabass goes for the brands, kind of misses it, but still is able to spin around and get his 2 points. Sink it in that power half there. He's going to look to run it. Russell with the stand up, working hand control. Able to get the escape there. 3-3 tie here, 1 minute left in the first period. A duck under attempt there by Russell, doesn't get it. Shuck, beautiful shuck there by Seabass. I was waiting for a Plymouth wrestler to throw a shuck tonight. It's one of their signature moves from the standing position. Able to get it, throws in the power half, steps out. Now he's going to run it. Not going to get it. Goes with the crossface, trying to get the cradle. Crossface there again, trying to run it. Run the cradle there. There he goes. He finally secures the elbow. Russell with the stand up. Working hand control. Seabass able to bring him back to the mat safely. Saved by the bell there, I think. Russell with the reach back, and Seabass immediately jumped out through that half Nelson. I think that would have had deadly consequences if we had more time on the clock. Choosing neutral here in the second period. Shot by Russell. Good sprawl by Seabass. Works a 3/4 Nelson. He's working it, trying to get him over. Needs to let him pop up, and then he can headlock him. Old teammate of mine, Dan Boynton, that was his signature move from that front headlock position, was the 3/4 Nelson. Two-time meet champion finalist and a state champion as a senior, and he's actually in the crowd tonight. Seabass able to get the cradle here secured. He just needs to bring him over softly, and he gets him over. Got the knee in the ribs. That's a tight cradle. Got to watch his weight there. Isn't going to get the pin, but he's going to secure 3 near fall points there. Russell fighting, gets back to his feet here. Nice sit return to the mat there by Seabass. Works that power half again. Just needs to really commit to it. He's going to get it this time. Reverse half. Too much momentum there on that half Nelson. He gave him too much momentum to roll through, but he's able to catch that reverse half. We're going to get 3 points here. We're going to call potentially dangerous. Seabass has to be up below the elbow, not up around the wrist on that. Stand up on the whistle by Russell. Back trip. Failed back trip there. Kind of sloppy. There we go. Finally, that sit and return, which has worked several times for him here. Throws in that half Nelson again. Got 10 seconds left. Gets him over. 10 seconds to get the pin here. And he gets the pin. 6 seconds left in the second period. Sebastian Seabass Sargent comes up with the pin. Next up for the Bobcats, I believe at 138, Simeon Crane is going to get the forfeit for Plymouth.
Simeon Crane.
At 144 pounds, Haley Demers, our only female state champion in history, is going to receive the forfeit.
At 144 pounds.
At 144 pounds.
The forfeit, Haley Demers.
Again, Haley last year, the first female state champion from Plymouth in the female division. Next up at 150 pounds, we have Eli Crane, and he'll be wrestling Cole Ashline from Lebanon. Eli had a great Conval early bird tournament by winning it, 150-pound weight class.
Cole Ashline. And for Plymouth, Eli Crane.
Eli, a junior, also a football player. I believe some all-state recognition this year. Immediately to the tie-up. Crane with a shock, misses it, but immediately to the brands. Catches a minute. On his back. Gets the 2. Couple near-fall points here. Needs to just slow it down and squeeze. Tees off to the front. He's got the arm and the head locked. Difficult position for Ashline to fight out of at this point with 1:28 seconds left. And he gets the pin. 30 seconds, 32 seconds into the match, 33 seconds in, he gets the pin. Again, Eli with a great Conval tournament at the beginning of the year. He won it in the 150-pound weight class. Next up at 157, we've got Grant Weinhardt from Plymouth. He'll be wrestling Zach Thornton from Lebanon.
At 157 pounds from Lebanon, Zach Thornton. And from Plymouth, Grant Weinhardt.
Weinhardt with a shuck. Misses it. Good defense there by Thornton on that. Another shock. Gets behind. Got a hand control. He's got a back trip to the mat here. Thornton able to fight that off. Using the edge of the mat. No points awarded. Weinhardt could ankle pick him there in that position. In on that outside single, switches to a double, but as you see, his head is underneath, but he's still trying to turn the corner. He's got to get his head out. Pop that elbow. Nothing yet, no points. Weinhardt gets his head out, gets the 2 points. Immediately goes to work on top, throwing in a half. Got that 2-on-1 wrist from the top. Going to go out of bounds here. Fresh start in the middle. 32 seconds left. Wenhart with a 2-0 lead. Arm chop off the whistle. Secures that hand control. Wenhart working on top. Thornton turtling up on bottom, was making it tough to sink in anything. End of the first period. Thornton had choice, defers to Plymouth. Coach Cleary chooses neutral. Again, Grant immediately goes to that shuck. Probably showed that one too many times here. Could cross ankle pick there in that position though. Thornton in on that high crotch single leg. Grant with a whizzer. Thornton gets the 2 points here, ties this match up 2-2. Wenhart needs to get his head off the mat there. Wenhart trying to build his base here. Thornton tough on top, riding heavy. Wenhart trying to spin out of that. Looks like he's going to pop his head here. He's got a leg. 2 for the reversal. Nice job there by Wenhart, wrestling through the situation. Out of bounds, 37 seconds left, second period. Sit out, turn in by Thornton there. Grant with a half, digs it in deep. Got him on his back here. Going to get his near fall points for sure. In a pin. Nice job there by Grant Wenhart. Evenly matched throughout that first period there, but then when that finally just went to work and continued to grind and ultimately sunk in that half Nelson, and then that was it. Looks like at 165, the Bobcats are going to send out Nolan Galvin. He's going to accept the forfeit. Next at the 175-pound weight class, looks like the Bobcats are actually going to change it up a little bit here, and they're going to send out Alex Fleury. He's going to receive a forfeit at 175. Next up at 190, again, we've got our captain, Emmett Nossman, going against Ben Nelson. I'll mention it again, Emmett, football player, All-Stater. I believe he was elected to next year's captain.
At 190 pounds, for Lebanon, Ben Nelson, and from Plymouth, Emmett Nossman.
Off the whistle, Nossman goes for some hand control there. Pulls in a Russian tie-up. Goes for a foot sweep. Doesn't get it. Shot there by Nelson. Doesn't get it. Emmett with a good sprawl. Spin for his 2. Lets him go. Back to their feet. 2-1. Osman, nice low single, outside signal, immediately to a, thought he was going for a cradle there. Osman on top, he's got the hand control, 2-on-1. Goes for a roll through there, decides better of it, which was probably a wise choice. He's working the head. Goes for the crossface. Osman winding that cradle up. As tall and as long as he is, that's really one of his signature moves there from the top position. Very hard for wrestlers to stop it. Gets him into a cradle. Got to get his knee in the side there to slow down that. Nice job fighting that off by Nelson, though. Osman gets his near fall points. Goes back to the cradle. Nope, goes to the double butcher, as they call it. Bundles it up, runs it around. Nelson on his back. Osman needs to get up on his toes, put a little weight on him. He's on his knees. Still gets the pin. Bobcats, again, commanding this match. Up to 60-0 on the Lebanon Raiders right now. Up next, the Bobcats, they're going to change it up again, and they're going to send out Drake Tottenham. And Tottenham at 2:15 is going to wrestle John Englander.
Now wrestling at 215 pounds for Lebanon, John Islander. And for Plymouth, Drake Tottenham.
Englander comes out fast. Tottenham slowing him down a bit. Working that inside tie. Nice shot there. It was a good shot, but he gets his arm caught. Englander with the underhook. Tries the brands. Tottenham is trying to roll through. Gets the roll through, but not before Englander secures the 2-point takedown. Englander on top. Tottenham trying to build his base, working some hand control. Got that kickstand out there with that leg. Trying to slide the other leg out. Unfortunately, Englander had that Western hooked, and it was hard for him to pull it out. Throws in a half. Englander gets the half in deep. Tottenham tries to roll through. Englander gets the pin, first period. Minute 30-something seconds into the match. Again, Tottenham, JV wrestler, sent out, wrestle varsity. Englander gets the pin. Next up, we got Lex Santum versus Chris Kinney from Lebanon. Kinney's wrestled for Lebanon. I recognize him. Again, Santum, first-year wrestler for the Bobcats.
And for Plymouth, Lex Santum.
Immediately to the tie-up, both wrestlers. Santum tries the headlock. Doesn't quite commit with it. Nice shot there by Kinney in deep. Double leg. You don't normally see that kind of a move out of a heavyweight, but he gets it. Immediately digs in a half. He's going to get it. Difficult position to get off your back at this weight class. Kinney lets him up. Lets him right off his back. Not sure what that was all about, but hopefully Lex will take advantage of it. Center of the refs tell him to work the center of the mat. Outside single there by Kinney. Gets it. Nice job. Again. Got a little hand control there. He's got Santum on his back. He's going to get the pin here. Next up at 106, we're going to have Cam McCord. He's going to be wrestling Will Healy from Lebanon.
At 106 pounds from Lebanon, Will Healy. And from Plymouth, Cam McCord.
Nice shot there. Healy deep on that shot. Gets the takedown. Immediately goes to work on top. Breakdown. Sit out, stand up by McCord. Doesn't get out. Healy throws in a half deep. McCord fighting it off. Back the other way with the half there. He's got it in deep. Did a little teeter-totter move there from one side to the other. Healy getting his near fall points here. Gets the pin. First period, 1 minute into the match. Lebanon putting some points on the board here. Not leaving with a shutout. Bobcats now lead at 60-18. Next up at the 113-pound weight class, I believe it's the last match of the night. We got Anthony Torres from Plymouth and Gavin Gilson from Lebanon.
Now wrestling at 113 pounds from Lebanon, Gavin Gilson. And from Plymouth, Anthony Torres.
Gilson in on that shot, doesn't get it. Torres going to work front head to a spin drill, gets his 2 points. Immediately working hand control. He's got that bar sunk in. Needs to get that far wrist. Torres again with that bar. He's got it. He's got the wrist now. He's going to work this over. Just got to keep going with it. Again, get the wrist, roll it in. Got to load that shoulder towards the ear. Keeps letting go of that far wrist, which he needs to hold on to in order for this to move, to work. Doesn't get it. He's got a half in now, though. Good job by Gilson fighting it off. Reached up, peels it off. Crossface there. Looking for a possible cradle or a bundle. Again, going for the bundle. Got to break him down in order for that to work. Again, Torres out front with the butcher, trying to bundle it up. Doesn't get it, spins behind. Settle back in. We get 27 seconds left here in the first period. And goes for the bar arm. Got the wrist and the bar. Try and run it over. Doesn't get it. Great job by Gilson fighting it off. First period ends. Anthony Torres out 2-0. Plymouth with choice. They defer to the third period. Lebanon takes neutral. Probably a good choice. Gilson was unable to escape from the bottom pretty much the entire first period there, so probably a good choice to go neutral, see if you can't come up with a takedown here. Nice inside high crotch there by Gilson, but he doesn't finish it. Gets caught underneath. Torres heavy on that leg. Nice shot by Torres. Turns the corner, gets the 2 points. Beautiful. Change of level. Duck shot. Come up with a 2-point takedown. Again, goes to work on top. Tries to get that half in the wrist. Gilson so far been really difficult to turn. Looks like he's going to get him turned here. And he gets the pin. Minute into the second period, and Anthony Torres secures the second pin of the night. Bobcats win this meet 66-18. I believe they're going to have an exhibition match here. I believe it's going to be Ciotti for Plymouth. And I don't have this matchup, so we'll wait for Lebanon to announce. Dominic, the youngest brother of the 3 Ciottis, Anthony and Gianni, both wrestled for the Bobcats.
For Lebanon, we have Aiden Osmer, and for Plymouth, Dom Ciotti.
Aiden Osmer versus Dom Ciotti here in an exhibition match. Ciotti immediately goes to work, throws the brands, gets it. He's going to have Osmer on his back here, right off. Squeezing, heavy, gets the pin, first period. Great job by Dominic, again, from a line of wrestlers. The Ciotti family sent 3 boys through this program, and both the football and wrestling teams and coaches can't thank them enough for doing so. Next up, we got Charlie McBreedy from Plymouth. And Garrett Rose from Lebanon. Charles, a freshman, first-year wrestler for the Bobcats. In on that single leg, gets it. Doesn't secure it, though. Lebanon wrestler able to spin behind, almost get the 2, but he doesn't get it. No, he did award the 2 points there. The ref awarded the 2 points to Lebanon wrestler, and now he's awarded the Plymouth wrestler 2-point reversal. Caution there, false start. McBreedy from Plymouth here. Breedy's trying to break him down here. Gets the cradle, but he's in the wrong position to pull him over. Lebanon wrestler with the 2-point reversal now. Breedy had that cradle, he just pulled it the wrong way. We got a technical violation on Lebanon, I believe, for grabbing the headgear there. Good stand up there. Gets out, gets the 1 point. Match is tied now, 4-4. Kind of a shot there, doesn't get it. Lebanon wrestler able again to sprawl and spin for 2 at the last second. 6-4 now. Plymouth with the choice. Coach Cleary choosing neutral for his wrestler here. Can see the inexperience in both wrestlers tonight, but I'd say it's so far been evenly matched. McBreedy with the defensive takedown there. Lebanon shot in. McBreedy was able to sprawl and get behind for the 2. Now trying to ride heavy on top. Escape. Lebanon escapes. Now 7-6. Shot there. Good sprawl. Almost had a kind of a half brands, half headlock there. McBreedy did. But again, that's just inexperience. It was kind of a combination between a lat throw, underhook lat throw, Brand's headlock kind of throw, but just the inexperienced. Good underhook there by Lebanon. Goes to the duck. Creedy's got the headlock, but he's only got just the head. Lebanon with another takedown here, 9-6. Lebanon sinks the half in deep here. McBreedy fighting it off. Builds his base. Coach is looking for a stand-up here. McBreedy trying to slip out the back door here. Looks like he's going to. Gets the 2-point reversal. As the buzzer goes, probably one of the most exciting matches of the night thus far as an exhibition between two clearly inexperienced wrestlers here. The Lebanon wrestler leads at 9-8. Chooses down. Stand-up attempt on the whistle by Lebanon. Working the hand control. They're going to call locking hands here on McBreedy. Ref lets it go. Lebanon gets the 1-point escape, and he's going to get the 1-point technical violation for McBreedy locking hands. Now 11-8 here. Minute 30 left in the third period. Shot there by Lebanon. A low single, high crotch. Gets the 2 points. Lebanon sinks the half, got the wrist, got it deep. McBreedy looking away there. Great job fighting it off. Lebanon wrestler sinks it deep on the other side. .44 seconds left here. The Lebanon wrestler leading 13-8. .21 seconds left here. Barring some sort of re-roll to a near fall situation, it looks like the Lebanon wrestler is going to secure the win here. Great match. Both wrestlers fought hard. You know, really was either wrestler's match throughout it. And that's going to bring it to an end there. Lebanon wrestler secures a win, 13-8. That's going to be it tonight, folks. We thank you for joining us tonight and watching the Bobcats. Win 2 matches tonight against Conval Cougars and the Lebanon Raiders, and their next stop is Friday night when they go against the Hollis Brookline wrestling team in Hollis, and it's basically the best of Division 2 versus the best of Division 3. That is all for tonight. This is Aaron Como, your host, signing off.